$5,000 worth of items from AC Buy, the biggest haul you've probably ever seen on YouTube. I'm not gonna lie, there's so many products in here, I don't even know where to start. I think I'm just gonna pick out a random item to start the haul, and it's gonna be this big ass box right over here. And boys, the first item we got in this haul is a pair of Black Cat Jordan 4s. And the reason I had to get a second pair is an actually insane story. I let my brother wear these, and this guy went and got sprayed by a skunk. They smelled so bad that I literally had to throw them in the garbage. You can see this is an updated 2025 version that just came out. It doesn't have a Jordan logo on the back, instead it says Nike Air. But let's go ahead and do a little quick legit check on here. Back tab pops right back up. The grill does run vertical as well. 6 eyelets, and of course the front pops right back up with no delay. You can also see right through the air bubble, and it is very clear. All right, boys, next up on feet, we got the Jordan 4 GX batch Black Cats. And yes, these are on the pricier side for a budget haul, coming in at about 90 bucks Canadian. Wearing a tight t-shirt isn't gonna kill you, but wearing shoes that are gonna mess up your foot is gonna leave lifelong damage. So I highly recommend getting a good pair. Overall, I'd give them a 8 out of 10. I think the old version was better visually. Ooh, we got the Pure Monies. Let's go. Bro, look at these. Back tab pops right back up, says Pure Money right over there. Nice and clean. Grail runs diagonal, 6 eyelets. Let's take a look at Mr. Jordan. He did in fact do that move, and he has 4 fingers, just like he's supposed to. And yeah, if you know me, you know that I love white shoes, white Air Forces, white 97s, and you know, all that type of stuff. This is gonna go so well in my collection. Sometimes you throw this on, sometimes you use your Black Cats. You got yin and you got yang. All right, next up on feet, we got this pair of Jordan 4 Pure Monies. These are very clean, just like the Jordan 4 Black Cats that we tried on earlier. These are GX batch, cost me the same price. These do fit a little tight for me right now. And the reason for that is the inside of these have a lot of cushioning in them, and the cushioning just needs to settle down into its final position, because right now it is very puffy, and as you wear it will get more and more compressed. So yeah, overall rating on these, again, 8 out of 10. Very expensive, but very worth it. These Bapestas are clean as hell. Yes, they do look like Air Forces. Yes, they did get sued by Nike for making these, but bro, that like fake leather, kind of fire. It's very shiny, very glittery. Instead of the swoosh, they have the Bape star over here. I don't know, like this shoe is just overall very slept on. You don't see a lot of people rocking Bapestas these days, and honestly, there was never really an era for Bapestas, I'm not gonna lie. So if you're like underground hype beast, most definitely pick up a pair of these. All right, next up on feet, boys, we got the Bapestas in green, army green, I believe. These aren't the most comfortable, like the sole is comfortable, but the tongue is low-key poking my foot right now, and it doesn't really move from that position. One thing I'd have to say about the sole is the shape is kind of weird. My feet are like sinking down at a weird angle. These cost me about 50 Canadian dollars. Bit of a ripoff, to be honest. I think these feel more like a budget batch that should be like 30 bucks. I'm gonna have to give these like a 5 out of 10. Don't fry my shit for this, but I got a pack of Nike Elite socks. Dude, these are low-key comfortable, and they're super cheap. You get 3 socks in a little packet, and you can buy a packet like this for probably 6 bucks, 7 bucks. The price to performance, you genuinely cannot beat this. I went to a Nike store and they wanted me to sell my kidney. It was like $24 for a single sock. I don't know what Nike is thinking, but you already know I'll try coming in clutch. This shit was like 8 bucks or something. I don't even fucking know. Go tap in with the link in the bio. Next up, we got a grail. We got the polar bear bag that Lil Uzi wore in his Love Is Rage 2 album cover. Let me put this shit on real quick. Bro, you can't tell me this is not aura. This thing is an archive piece, really hard to find on Tabbao or anywhere. Of course, links will be in the spreadsheet if you want to pick it up for yourself. I mean, just look at this guy. Like, he's so fluffy, he's so soft, and he has his little eyes poking out. What a cutie pie. I'm not gonna lie, this is dead ass a Fortnite back bling. You cannot put anything in here, bro. This has no inventory. This is straight back bling, bro. And it fucking sheds more than my real cat. All right, guys, here's an item that I paid almost 100 bucks for, and I will probably not wear it many times. The only problem I have, these straps literally don't work, but it has a lot of aura. I'm gonna have to give this one a 7 out of 10. Huge waste of money, but if you can pull it off, it will look absolutely fucking fire. All right, boys, next up we got a pair of Margiela Futures. This is like what used to be popular in the archive community like a month ago, but now that everyone knows about it, it's too mainstream now, and everyone who loved it is just fucking hating on it now. Oh bro, it's so mainstream. Still, I'm not gonna lie, pretty fire shoe. A friend of mine actually bought these off of me because they're just such a cool looking shoe. So I have another pair coming. These used to be so popular back in the day. These are Margiela Tabbies. You might have seen the boots for them. The craziest part about this shoe is that you need special socks to wear these. You can't wear any normal pair of socks and just put these on because they have a huge cut right down the middle, and it'll rip your socks, which is very smart because Now they get to sell you a pair of shoes and a pair of like bajillion-dollar socks. And we got another pair of Margiela Gats, this time in the right size, I hope. These do look a little small, so I might have fucked myself over once again. Bro, that's what AC buys for. I'm gonna just go and buy a new pair, you feel me? Yeah, don't fall into the consumer trap like I did. You can see we got a pair of Pradas. These are a pair of Prada loafers. I don't have a lot of loafers. I've been getting into them recently. For fits like this, you know, you just want to put on something simple, a pair of loafers. It says Prada on the front. Honestly, not much to say. These are so basic and they fucking reek of Chinese factory glue. I don't want to get cancer, so I'm just gonna pack these back up and put them to the side. Boys, deadass, this might be one of the coolest items I've ever bought. This is a belt made out of cars. And for some reason, they sent me two when I ordered one. So go take advantage of this seller right now, because apparently they don't know how to ship out shit and they're just shipping out whatever. I don't know how this belt works, to be honest. The clasping mechanism is something I need to get my head around, but just taking a look at the belt, come on bro, this is gonna be sick as fuck when I put it all on. I don't remember ordering anything this small. What the fuck was my agent thinking? They shipped out one sock in a whole like package. All right, next up we got the Balenciaga Lost tapes. This should look like Balenciaga Lost glue sticks. What the fuck is this? This distressing pattern is all wrong. For certain, this wash is not, this is not how it's supposed to look like. And this tag, this is not how it's supposed to look like. What the fuck are you doing? They printed them on an angle. This tag is on a whole different plane of existence. This is not, the font's wrong, the angles, it's not even set. Fuck! On body, we got the most budget Balenci Lost tapes, and I gotta say, these are probably the worst pair of jeans I've ever bought. These cost me $15. The distressing is wrong, the tag is wrong, and the worst part is, these are so tight. I don't remember what size I got, but this does not fit how it's supposed to fit. If you do want to get this budget ass batch, make sure to size up probably once or twice, because this seller is doing like ketamine while making these clothes. Overall, I'd give this item a 1 out of 10. At least it is a pair of pants. Bro, what the fuck? They deadass sent me this in a Shein bag. What the fuck is this? Nah, no way. This is a pair of jeans from a brand called If 6 Was 9. They're a Japanese brand. They're super underground. This is called the Crocodile Leather Denim because this is all made out of crocodile. And you know what? I wouldn't be surprised if a bunch of Chinese dudes went out, killed an alligator or two to make this shit, and they probably ate it afterwards too. I'm just saying, but yo, that shit was probably bussin'. Taking a look at the jeans themselves, they have a bunch of cool designs. They got this BDSM technology on the front with all these weird ass patches like this and this. They have a bunch of random pockets secretly hidden throughout, and I think my favorite part is that they have these zippers over here to make them flare out even more than they do, which is a really cool touch. Overall, the distressing styling, I don't know how I'm gonna wear these, but they are a very cool piece nonetheless. Oh, what the hell? All my accessories are falling out. This is a brand called LGB. They're kind of like an underground, like archive-ish type of brand, but this is a pair of jeans called the Holster Jeans. Essentially, the idea is this shit that fell off earlier is like a gun holster, and it is built into your pants. These are the gradient pants from Rick Owens, I believe. Yep, from Rick Owens. This hardware, only Rick Owens does this, which is kind of cool. Way more flair than any of the other Rick Owens that I own. Just look at that thing, man. That is kind of fire. All right, boys, next up we got these Rick Owens pants on body, the gradient pants, and holy fuck, can we take a look at the heel bite? Every time I walk, I can feel it, like I'm stepping on my own clothes. And I paid $41 US for these, which is basically daylight robbery. But yeah, if you want something that looks crazy like this, I would recommend picking these up. These are actually really good quality. All the details are on point. The pockets are in a very awkward position, but you do get double pockets on these. I'd give this probably 7 out of 10 overall, just because it is pretty expensive. We got another super small package. I hope it's not a single fucking sock again. What? They sent me 2 this time, what the? Next up, we got a pair of Supreme Jorts. Says Supreme New York on the back right over here. Super clean, but other than that, bro, you deadass, unless someone's looking at your booty cheeks, they deadass couldn't tell this was a pair from Supreme, or they have to look super deep into your cock and see that this button says Supreme on it. No way. Or they pants you and then see that it says Supreme on the inside. But genuinely, I don't understand. Like, Supreme's supposed to be a hype beast brand, so I don't know why they didn't put more branding on this, because how is anyone gonna know that this is Supreme? This shirt is fire as fuck. Look at the embroidery on here. Dude, that is so clean. back when I found this brand, they did not even make reps for it. It's called Derschutze or something. It's German. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm so glad they blew up because back when I found them, they had no reps. I was about to spend 3 bands on this retail. Super glad they came out with these. So fire. Here on body we have the Derschutze Button-Up. This thing was a little bit on the pricier side, but I don't regret buying it because this embroidery is absolutely beautiful. This thing cost me about $25. I got a size medium and this does fit true to size. Overall, I'd give this item probably a 7 or 8 out of 10 just because it is a very hype piece. It's a very cool looking piece, but it is a bit on the pricier side. So I don't think this is something you guys would be buying unless you were really into this piece or you just want to be performative. This, a pair of jorts and some matcha, all the huzz on you. All right, next up we got a pair of jorts, but this is not any normal pair of jorts. Take a look at the back. This is from Derschutze. I've probably butchered that, but I don't give a fuck. This pattern is so fire. The embroidery is on point, no loose threads, no bad edges. Everything is just so well done. Fire reps, I believe I got it from. Absolutely went crazy on this. Next up on body, we got these Derschutze Jorts. I got a size medium and you can see how they fit. They are true to size. They run pretty long, just below the knees. If you want something that is a bit shorter, you're gonna have a hard time because this waist does fit absolutely perfectly. I'm sized about 29 to 30 waist, and yes, it does fit well without a belt. The only thing about this piece is that it cost me about 30 bucks or 35 bucks. Just for that reason, I'm gonna have to dock off a couple points, but overall, in terms of quality, absolutely beautiful. I'm gonna go ahead and give this an 8 out of 10. We got a pair of shoes that I got shipped without the box, and shipping without the box is one of the many things you can do to save more money on shipping. But the best thing you can do to save money off of your shipping cost is to use ACBuy and sign up with my link in the description. You're gonna get $300 in shipping coupons, better than any other agent. ACBuy is already the cheapest shipping agent out there. You got the best prices, hands down. You can compare them to any other agent. Bro, ACBuy got the best bang for your buck, and that's who I personally use. So make sure to go tap in with them. Again, first link in the description. Got a pair of denim right here, but not any pair of denim. You can already see this color, by the way. I don't know what this material is. It's like some sort of denim, but it's very dark. I don't know what the word for it. It's very unique. I've never seen anything else like it. Again, the same design on the back as the jorts. I just wanted, you know, a bit of a switch up. Sometimes you put these on, sometimes you put the jorts on, depending on the weather. All right, boys, on body, we got the Derschutze full denim. We already got the jorts. Now we got the pair of pants itself. Very expensive, but for the price you are getting insane quality. I think it should be like $10-15 cheaper than it is, but you know what, business is business, and that guy is making a damn good batch and he's gonna charge whatever he wants for it. That's just how the game goes. Overall, I have to give this item an 8 out of 10. I actually remember ordering this. This was supposed to be like a pair of, I think, windbreaker pants, but these turned out to be more sweatpants. Like, these are made out of cotton, not polyester or whatever I was expecting it to be made out of. But there's not really a lot of branding on this one. It just says Acne Studios on your ass. So if someone's looking at your ass, they're gonna know this is Acne Studios, baby. All right, boys, next up on body, we got these Acne Studio joggers. I thought they were tech pants. You can see this is the only branding on there. Is it right cheek or left cheek? It says Acne Studios on it. That's about it. And for having Acne Studios on my ass cheeks, I paid only $20, which is not bad considering the material on this is kind of nice. It's pretty, it's like summery. It's kind of thin, but it feels kind of thick. I really don't know how to explain it. The bottom is uncuffed, which is lovely. Has a nice droop, especially when you wear it with a pair of sneakers. Overall, I'd give these a 7 out of 10. The sizing is perfect. The color, everything is nice. Only thing bad that I have to say about this is probably the pricing. But hey, $20 is cheaper than whatever you're gonna get at a retail store. Next, we got something from Acne Studios, and it is a t-shirt. Okay, the distressing on this is kind of clean. Like, do you see like the texture, like the aging? I don't even know what you call it, but that's kind of cool. I think you can really see it well on the front here because it goes from like black here to ashy on the side here. And of course, the Acne Studios text is all distressed as well. And yeah, not much to say about this. Quality feels insane on it though. Here we have the Acne Studios shirt on body, and this thing was a beautiful price, coming in at 70 CNY, about 13 Canadian dollars, which is absolutely brazy. So this is probably about $8 to $9 US, which is pretty good for a t-shirt. The distressing on it looks absolutely perfect. Same with the color and whatever this color fading is called. I'd say for the price and for the quality, which is really high quality, I'd give this item a 10 out of 10. This one is a jacket. Bro, I thought this was like more windbreaker, but I don't know if this is the right material for a windbreaker. It's very thin. It's cotton, not polyester, so I'm sure that the air can travel through. But taking a look at the inside, got this cool netting. I don't know why they do this. Like, I'm really not sure what the point of this is. It just kind of makes it a little bit weird to wear. It's like wearing 2 layers in one. If some young Chinese master can explain what this does and why they put it in the sweatshop, please let me know down in the comment section below. In terms of design, it does say Acne Studios Stockholm on the back. Very, very nice. Alrighty, and finally we have the final piece of the Acne Studios pie, or the Acne Studios sandwich, I should say, which is the jacket. And I'm not gonna lie, this is making me already feel kind of warm. You know what? I lied. This is a pretty good jacket. You know, you got Acne Studios written on the back, so when you're walking fast past the HUDs, they can catch a glimpse and be like, oh my god, that guy's wearing Acne Studios, and maybe ask you for your number, which will never fucking happen because they don't care what you're wearing, apparently. In terms of materials and quality and everything, it's really good. And just for that, I think I'd actually give it an 8 out of 10. I'm geeked out of my mind right now. All right, next up we got another very small package. Take 3 or 4. We got a little Maison Margiela cat tee. Not much to say about this one. These Maison Margiela tees usually hold up pretty well. I've bought a bunch from this seller before. By the way, these things are like $10, $14. What the hell? You can't even get something that cheap at Uniqlo. What the hell? What the hell? Another one. This one is super duper basic. It just says Maison Margiela, but upside down. Maison Margiela Paris. Oh my god, it's like upside down and like sideways in all types of angles. That's kind of cool. Ooh, it's a long sleeve. And dude, this thing looks hella big. But you can see chrome hearts on the back, chrome hearts badge at the front. Got a bit of a pattern going down the sides, looking kind of cool as hell. The only thing I'm worried about is sizing here, but I hope it does fix itself after the wash. All right, next up on body, we got this chrome hearts long sleeve. Pretty basic design. Got a cool pattern on the sides. This is where most of the design happens, really. You can see on the back, just a little bit of a tag. The vinyl quality, I rated an 8 out of 10. It's not super solid, and it also feels kind of brittle, but these tend to last. I've had chrome shirts from the same seller before, and it still hasn't cracked or peeled or anything like that to this day. The sizing on this is so much better. Last time I got a medium and it fit like a small. This is a medium and it fits like a medium. In terms of pricing, cost me only 69 CNY, not 67, but close enough. I'd give this thing a 9 out of 10. We got an OnlyFans tee. Let's go. You can see it has OnlyFans on it. W t-shirt. I forgot the designer's name. This is a foo-foo ass rep though. Look at that tag. I know that motherfucker did not speak Chinese when he made this shit. And yo, low-key, this print is small as fuck. I'm not even gonna lie. This thing was so cheap, I didn't even bother looking at the QCs. I just shipped it out. All right, next up on body, we got this, I believe, $7 OnlyFans tee. I'd only give this tee a 7 out of 10. And the reason for that is because of the fit. I'm not sure if this is pre-shrunk cotton, so it might shrink after the wash a little too much and be an absolute twink fit. But I guess I'll never wash this because who needs to shower and who needs to wash their clothes? Showers are for beta males. This is a Sp5der tee. This is my first time buying one. The puff print is low-key kind of fire. Dude, look at that. Kind of nice and puffy. The design is big enough. Sometimes Pika does tweak out and send you some random dog shit. I think he kind of cooked on this one. All right, here we got the Sp5der tee from Pika on body. I got a size medium and it does fit true to size. I think I'd only give this a 7 out of 10. The puff print are on point, the materials are on point, the design is one-to-one, of course. Pika does a good job of making these items, but for the price of $20 and some change, I think this is a bit of a ripoff. A lot of other sellers probably out there doing this just as good and probably a lot cheaper. This will match the Bapestas because it's a Bape Tee. Cool Bape tags, all in Japanese. Very basic tee, you've probably already seen this. Everyone has one of these. If you don't have one of these, all right, this is the Bape Tee that I got for only $7 on body. I got a size medium, not as baggy as a Sp5der tee. It does fit a little bit oversized right now, but again, once you wash it, everything will shrink down into the correct size. Overall, I'd give this tee a 10 out of 10 easily. This vinyl print on the front feels absolutely amazing. And I think if you just flip it inside out and put it in the wash, you shouldn't be seeing any damages anytime soon. I think this tee is gonna be in my rotation for quite a while. This is deadass the longest Hellstar bag I've ever seen. What the fuck is this? These are supposed to be a medium true to size, but this looks like it would fit someone whose diet consists of only McDonald's and probably weighs over 600 pounds and is considered morbidly obese. Before you genuinely fry my shit for buying this from some fuck ass seller, this is from a legit seller and the NFC does scan. So I don't know how he he ended up selling me a medium that fits like a fucking extra large. All right, on body we got these Hellstar sweats, and I did complain earlier that these are not true to size, but bro, I lied. Pika absolutely cooked on these. You can see here they are a little bit baggy, but that's just how they're supposed to be. And when I pair them with a pair of sneakers that is a bit on the chunky side, like a pair of Jordan 4 Pure Moneys, such a clean fit. I could literally go outside like this, and this is just some random shit I put on. I paid only $20 US for this. This was on sale from Pika, and this is absolutely on point. The inside material, super comfortable. Outside material looks great. Easily, this item is a 10 out of 10. If this is still in stock when you see this video, do not wait. These will go out of stock very soon. Next up, we got a pair of Eric Emanuel shorts right over here, which are perfect probably for every single season. You can do so much in them. You can play basketball, you can go swimming, and actually I lied. These are a little see-through, so you can't go swimming in them, but the perforations are normal. That's what makes them so comfortable for playing sports, and you don't sweat too much. They let that airflow, let your sack breathe, you dig. On body, we got the Eric Emanuel shorts with the bone print on them. These do run small. I made a huge mistake and got a medium instead of a large, and you can see I'm wearing them at waist level, and they're very high above the knees. Of course, this just comes down to personal preference. How twinky do you want to look? No offense. And you can see I have hairy ass legs, so obviously I like them to run a little bit longer than this. Overall, for the price, I think I'd give these about a 5 out of 10. Pika absolutely overcharges for these. These are some basic ass mesh shorts, and I paid about $20 for these. These should be closer to 10 to 12 bucks. It's just a mediocre pair of shorts. I think any other seller could have made these with just as much quality. This is the Akimbo New York zip up. And right off the bat, bro, you can see Akimbo knows how to like line the inside. They probably killed like a bajillion rabbits to make these, but I don't even give a fuck, bro. That shit was mega worth it. Got the Akimbo tag nice and clean over there. And there is not really a design on this hoodie, just a little navy blue color, and it says NY just overlapping each other. And yes, this is a cropped hoodie, so the arms run way longer than the length of the body, so it just makes you look taller and shit. The only bad thing about this hoodie is the inventory space. What was the point of these pockets, bro? I can't even fit an iPhone 4S or like an iPod in there. And who the fuck even has an iPod? All right, next up we got this Akimbo hoodie on body. This thing cost me about $30 US, which is on the pricier side for this channel, but I gotta say the quality on this is absolutely insane. In terms of fit, I got a size medium, and you can see it is a bit cropped, but again, this is a very performative item. So this, a little cropped twink t-shirt, and some jorts, and obviously can't forget the matcha and the labubu. All the hulls are gonna be all over you. Extra points if you don't shower. If you don't shower, make sure to drop a like and let me know in the comment section below. I thought that was the last item, but then I found this in the bottom of the box. I think I already know what this is. Yep. Why are they sending me single socks?